Okay, it's time for the December readings. And we're going to go sign by sign. Each sign will be time-stamped in the description below. And make sure you check your moon sign and rising sign, in addition to your sun sign, for the month, just so you can get a full picture. You could also check your Venus, if you were so inclined and really looking deep. Okay, and of course, we are going to do a group message for everyone to start with, and then we'll delve in. So we'll see what's happening in the month of December for everyone in this group, synchronistically drawn to this reading. The cards are definitely feeling a lot of, or conveying a lot of energy. I'm feeling a lot of energy. And for the group, the Lovers. Okay. So this has to do with a decision. So December is going to be a big decision month for a lot of people regarding relationships. This card can often have a sense of missed opportunity or of new opportunity, revisited opportunity, coming back to something that was previously missed, or it often has a sense of regret, remorse around it, and just a difficult decision. That's really interesting because we have the Ten of Cups with that. So this is all about love, connection, and fulfillment. It's, you know, it's all the cups. It's all the love. And it's bathing in that, and it's harmonious, and everyone is there. Everyone is there and connected. So for December, what I'm getting is everyone is going to be moving into love more deeply, and everyone is going to be coming into a deeper understanding of what real love is, what real love means for you. And of course, that starts with self-love, and then that self-love can be reflected back to you. Okay? And so also for the group, we have the Ten of Swords, which talks about the end of pain, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so many tens. We have the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. That's really interesting. So I was asking for this as clarification for this. This Ten of Swords is the end of pain. So again, December is about deciding what you want, particularly regarding love, but also regarding what you want to be thinking, what you want to be focused on. Okay, and this is you no longer wanting to focus on the pain, no longer feeling compelled to focus on things that were painful, things from the past, things that do not serve you anymore. Okay, so clarifying that is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is all about feeling very stable, very well supported, coming into so much here, masculine power, because there's the wolf and the stag, which particularly represents masculine power. So even if you are feminine, you're coming into your masculine power within, and that is serving you in the physical with this Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm getting is December, with all of these tens being endings and new beginnings. December, it's like you are deciding, okay, I'm going to move into this new year. No longer carrying the pain with me, no longer carrying any unfulfilling relationships, any unfulfilling notions of what love is. You're ready to go into the new year with your cups full, you know, with everything just running over. Okay, and all of this love and this new focus and this abundance, you're ready to see it in your physical, in the new year. So, I mean, we're talking about December. What I'm really getting with this completion is this mindset of, okay, this next year is going to be about this for me. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, which moves forward very methodically, moves forward very deliberately, moves forward very slowly, but in the physical, real world. So I'm getting that all of this, this newness, this love, this abundance, this new way of thinking about you, about your life, that you're carrying that into the new year very deliberately, very methodically. You're ready to really take steps in your life to make these changes. So let's see how that is taking shape for each sign. So we're going to start with Aries. What's happening for Aries in December? Okay. Well, there's some Eight of Swords energy right now. And I'm getting this to be right now. We're going to look at some shifting for the month, some shifting of this energy, because this is definitely something you're going to want to move out of. And there is movement here, because you see these birds are in flight and they're starting to take away these ribbons, because these ribbons are really not, you know, anything that's binding you tightly. The Eight of Swords is, however, about feeling limited, feeling bound, feeling held back. So it's like you want to move forward and you want to make these changes, but you are feeling held back. This is mental with the swords, okay? Okay, and I'm going to ask for clarification here because I'm definitely getting... Okay, yeah. Wow, okay, that's clear. So the Eight of Swords and the Devil. It's those old ways of thinking. This is representing those old patterns of thinking, because here in this deck you see is just the Devil's just playing this song that's like an old familiar song, and you're like, oh, you're feeling called back to that. But look, you're in your power. You're in your vulnerable, full glory, your power, and you've got that apple of divine knowledge. So there's absolutely nothing you need from this old, but it is tempting, it is luring you back. But then every time you go back into that old way, that old energy, here's how you feel. But there's always movement I'm getting for you, Aries. It's like there's always things moving, and it's like two steps forward, one step back. So you are making progress. I know it's typically one step forward, two steps back, but here I'm actually getting, you're making two steps forward, one step back. So it's like you're moving forward, it's just not as quickly as you would like. And those steps back, even though you're still making progress, those steps back are kind of giving you some mental discomfort, because it's making you feel like you're always at the mercy of this old song. But the important part to focus in on, Aries, in December is that you are making progress. You are gaining strength. You are in touch with that divine wisdom, and that this does not have power over you. These ties do not have power over you, okay? And you are making progress. It is two steps forward and only one back. So you are going forward. Do not let that back step every once in a while, that little call back to the old patterns, do not let that make you feel, I mean, it's going to make you feel how it makes you feel, but don't let that feeling overcome you and, you know, trick you into thinking you're not making progress, because you absolutely are. Not only are you, but there are all kinds of divine factors working for you now, because you have justice in December. You have things weighing out. You have things coming to rest as they should in your life and with the people around you. And this justice is also this sword of truth. You know, this is you knowing what's right for you. This is you knowing what's fair for you and for others. And, you know, there's been a sense of imbalance, a sense of, I mean, I feel like you feel like someone's been wronged, or that you've wronged someone, and I'm getting you just feeling in chains, you know, especially with that Eight of Swords, just feeling in chains, either because someone else has put you there or because you've put yourself there, but this chain feeling, but those chains are loosening. You are moving forward. It's really, really, okay, yeah, there. So with that justice and this, it's just, I kept wanting to say it's not as bad as it feels. It's not, but I mean, it feels bad, and I understand that, and there's no minimization of that. But in December, it's important to remember that justice is being served, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. That means that there are things clicking into place that are going to change everything very quickly, very dramatically. So remember that reading at the beginning for you and everyone, which is you're moving into a whole new time because you're letting go of all the things. You're letting those things end, those old ideas of what love was, those old concepts of what you could have abundance-wise, and you're moving into so much. But it's going to be key for you, Aries, to allow that to happen in divine timing and to step back and allow God to bring that justice in for you and trust that it's coming in, okay? That this is coming in. Harmony, love, and home, joy, and peace. Okay, this is coming in December for you. So that's beautiful. So it's like now, right now, you may be feeling that Eight of Swords, that how am I going to move, that every time I feel like I'm making progress, I feel pulled back by those old energies. But now you have brought an awareness. This is going to be a shift because you've brought an awareness to that feeling and an awareness that the divine is bringing in justice, bringing in divine timing. Things are clicking into place. Things are being arranged that you couldn't possibly know or control. Bringing you into this, Aries. So that's beautiful, okay? So that is a shift that's happening on its own. We didn't even have to do that energetically. That's just happening. All that you need to do is be aware that that energy of limitation, or that energy of the devil energy pulling you back, devil is just meaning the mind and the old patterns, is an illusion. And I say that, but it feels so real. It does not have the power over you that it feels like it has. So it's important, as with any fear energy, to just look at that and not allow it to have that power over you, okay? It is definitely a time to end that old, to move yourself, to allow the divine to move you and to move yourself out of that old energy, out of those old mental patterns. It's time to go. It's time to leave that behind, okay? And then your message from Archangel Michael, Aries. Okay, so it's important for you to be in the vibration of joy. That's what the message always is with this card in this deck from Archangel Michael. It's about being in the vibration of joy. It's Archangel Michael saying you're going to be lifted up out of those limitations when you allow yourself to do things that make you happy. Actually laugh, actually have fun. You know, this month when you're doing, you know, fun holiday stuff, like allow yourself to enjoy it, even though everything may not feel like you want it to feel in your life, in the landscape of your life. Focusing in on those moments that do bring you joy, no matter how, you know, finely detailed they are. It can even just be like something really good that you're getting to eat that you wouldn't normally eat, or, you know, getting to, or just have some quiet in the midst of, like, you know, busyness, or maybe it's just time off from work. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, earth-shattering, but just taking time to enjoy and be in the vibration of happiness and joy, because that is going to carry over into this new year. That's what's going to carry you into this joyful new time, okay? So the oracle message for Aries from the Art Through the Eyes of the Soul deck. Yeah, exactly. Arise from the ashes of despair. This is the time for you to rise like a phoenix. And look what's in this card. It is the cup. It is the cup, like the Ace of Cups. Your cup runneth over. The cup meaning, you know, love and joy. And just like that Four of Wands, all that abundance. This is what's coming to you. And it is important, in order to receive this, that you allow yourself to be lifted up, to rise out of the ashes of despair. Because yes, you've been through a lot of difficulty this year, a lot of heaviness, a lot of that old, you know, those old things that just were pulling you. But now you've had so many endings of that. It's time for that to go. And in December, you're shifting into this joy, allowing yourself to be lifted up like that phoenix, so that in this new year, it's going to be a totally different story for you, Aries. That's beautiful. Thank you. That's gorgeous. Okay, so next is Taurus. Let's see what messages are here for Taurus for the month of December. That one for sure. Two of Swords. It is decision time. So in December, something is being decided or needs to be decided. Be sure, you know, in this card with the feather over the eyes, it's always about seeing things through your divine vision, through your intuition, through the guidance that's coming to you, listening to those messages and not looking and just perceiving what you see around you. Definitely not focusing on your earthly physical circumstances and any limitations you see there. You're going to focus in on what your guidance is telling you, on what your guides are telling you and showing you as you make this decision, okay? And I'm getting this to be, I'm getting this for many of you, it's going to have to do with two people, you and someone else. Because I'm seeing these two swords and they are both gleaming with truth. So it's two people in their truth and a decision being made around that, from the heart, from the soul, okay? This decision may feel like it's one that might feel like you're going to be judged by other people, or it might not look like it makes sense to other people. That does not matter, or to your own mind, that does not matter, because you're going with your soul, and the truth is there for both you and this other person, or whatever situation is happening. It came out again. Wow. Wow. So Taurus, this is definitely huge for you in December, this time of decision, this time of clarity, this time of choosing a path, taking action. Yeah. And ending the deliberation. Okay. Wow, this is huge. So two cards just came out together, the Magician and the Ace of Wands. This is extremely powerful. Okay. So as that decision's being made, Taurus, in December, it is shifting you into a place of very powerful alignment with God, alignment with your higher self, and manifestation of what you want, what your soul, what your higher self wants in this new year. So in December, you are being shifted through this decision into this very, very powerful place. Look at that. The Magician and the Ace of Wands is like so powerful. Well, in this deck, he's actually holding the Ace of Wands. You see that? So you have this power through God, through your divine connection. It's just there. You don't have to do anything to get it. It's just there. The only thing that needs to be done, and it is emphasized, it came out twice, is that decision. Okay. So do not let your mind block you from receiving and having access to all this co-creative power that's coming in for you in December. Okay. So when I say do not let your mind, don't let the things that we were talking about that might not seem like they make sense, or that might seem like they're difficult to the mind, or that might be judged, get in your way, because this Queen of Swords energy is all about cutting through all that. It's all about cutting through the things that just don't make sense for you anymore, that just aren't right for you anymore, getting to the truth of the matter for you so that you can make that clear and very important decision in clarity and just no bones about it. One more came flying out for you. Wow. Okay. So this unknown card in this deck, what this talks about is we just, saw that intense manifestation power you have in December with the Magician and the Ace of Wands. So this is God saying to you, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? And do you trust that it's coming to you? Because that's the ingredient you need with that Magician and Ace of Wands. The key ingredient is trust in the divine, that whatever it is that you want, that whatever it is you're aligning with, it is coming to you. So this is the card about your reality, your future, being dictated by what you align with in that Magician, Ace of Wands energy. And trusting that the divine can bring that in, no matter how amazing and huge and irrational they're giving me, it may seem. It may defy reason, what it is that you are aligning with, what it is that you want to be able to do. But it's completely within your reach, Taurus. So please don't sell yourself short in December. And please know that anything you align with is yours, and that you're being invited with this card to name it. Just name it. And really, really align with it, because it is coming in. But key is that decision, because look, it's a whole new life. This combined with that Magician, that Ace of Wands, and that Unknown card, Taurus, it's a blank slate for you in the best way. Because it's a blank slate that is divinely backed. It's God saying, put whatever you want on this slate, and it's going to come in, or even better. It's a totally new life. And it is really, Taurus, for you, going to look very different than your life before. And it's going to look very different than anything you ever thought possible with your mind. So with that Two of Swords and Queen of Swords, it is very, very key for you to shift out of the mind, to shift out of the self-judgment, to shift out of that inner critic about what makes sense, what doesn't, and really go with your soul. Really shift into that Ace of Wands, Magician power this month, okay? Archangel Michael. And lean on God and your angels for support. So it's important to go to your team, go to your guides, pray. This is very important because, you know, you can't have that Magician, Ace of Wands, crystal ball energy, new life, without this. I mean, you could, but it would just lead you right back to where you came from. This is what makes it that next level. This is what makes it possible for all those things to come true. And when he said, when Archangel Michael says lean on them for support, it means take them, all your worries, all your concerns, all those things the mind would be saying, oh, well, what about this? What about that? I don't know, this doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Yes, I want this, but how does that happen? Take all that to God, to your guides. Bring them those questions. Do not just sit there in your own mind and try to find the answers, because the answers are not going to be there. The answers are going to come from here. And the support for anything you need to do is going to come from here. Okay? Beautiful. And Taurus, you're strong. You carry the load. You are not one to ask for help and support. And that's why it's being emphasized for you how important that is, in this new energy, in this new life, with this decision to ask for that, okay? And your oracle message, visualize healing. Yes, healing. So this is about you're moving into the power of following your heart, of living from your heart. And in order to do that, you're going to feel a lot of things that may have been blocked before, that because you have been in your mind with that Queen of Swords, Two of Swords, you have been in a place of the mind and of trying to figure out how to make things work, how to make things make sense. And now you're being invited to shift into a more open place, into a more powerful place. And it is going to require you to allow this healing to happen. And the only way to do this is by feeling everything there is to feel in this whole process as you're doing this, as you're making this decision. This decision, this Two of Swords, may be difficult, but you are going to heal, and you're going to move into a much more powerful time in your life, much more powerful, with that Magician, that Ace of Wands, and that crystal ball, and that new life. Beautiful. Thank you, Taurus. That's amazing. Okay, so next is Gemini. See what's happening for Gemini in December. Thank you. It's the Three of Wands. It's a time. It's a time of what you have been focusing your energy toward, manifesting, co-creating. What you've been wanting is coming in. You can see the light of it. You have put it out there, and it's coming in over the hill. So this is the card in the traditional deck that has the ships coming in, Gemini. So your ships are coming in. You have put it out there. You sent the messages out there. They've been heard, and now, yes, it's coming in. Now, I was going to say this, and then I got this card just sort of reinforcing what I was going to say, which was there's typically an energy of a bit of delay with that Three of Wands, because you're not quite seeing it just yet. The ships are coming in, but it's like, when are the ships going to actually be here? And that's why you have the Hanged Man, because this is a time right now and maybe in the beginning of December where you are going to be kind of like, okay, where are the ships? Like, it's almost like he's like looking. He's like, where are they? Okay. And they're coming. They are coming. And you're going to feel, Gemini, like you can't quite do anything to speed things up. That is divine. The Hanged Man is always, you're in this divine place of being held still, of, you know, God saying, okay, hold on. Just wait, because those ships are coming and I'm lining things up for you. So that Hanged Man energy is by design. Just remember, okay? So then you have a very powerful card, the Ace of Wands. And I just want to get some clarification with that. Coming out of that Hanged Man energy, coming out of that delay. Ah, okay. So, Gemini, there's someone, okay, I'm gonna need just a moment with this, Gemini. Yep, okay. So I was extra clarifying this because it seemed to be talking about, Gemini, another person, a person you're connected to, and it definitely is. Because this other person, okay, so as your ships are coming in, as you've been manifesting, as you've been putting the energy out there, and as you've been living in the energy, in the vibration of what it is that you want to see in your reality, because as you know, that's the way you manifest. So you've been living in the vibration of what you want, which means you've been being that joy you want. You've been being that abundance. You've been being that love. You've been bringing that into your, allowing that into your life in different ways, allowing God to bring it in different ways. And now you're seeing this physical manifestation come in very soon in many, many, many ways. So since you've been in that vibration of allowing wonderful things to come into you, Gemini, there's someone on the other end of a connection with you who has been watching that. This person's been watching you. And this can be physically watching you or energetically watching you. But this person's been aware of what you've been doing, of the shifts you've been making in your life, of the way you've been aligning with what it is you want. And they've been watching you, and they've been inspired to make a similar shift, although right now they're moving through challenges to do so. Okay, so this Ace of Wands is talking about this inspiration, this spark that you've given to this person on the other end of the connection. So what you've been doing in your life has brought this spark of wow, this light to this other person, okay? Regardless of what your involvement with this person is. And it has made this light bulb go off for them that has made them want to move forward in that energy. See that Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, they want to move forward. Now this could possibly mean that they want to move forward toward you, or this could just be saying that they want to move forward on their soul path. However, it's important to be aware that this person on the other end of the connection is dealing with this devil energy, which is that same old song, those same old patterns that would previously be limiting them, holding them in old energies that aren't necessarily, you know, what might have been working for you, or for you in the connection. So now they're watching you do your thing, be you. It's making them inspire, making them want to take action, but they are wrestling with this. So it's just important, Gemini, to remember this person is on their own path, is going through their own growth. You know, like I say, it may or may not result directly in changes or movement in your relationship with this person, but regardless, ooh, it came out again. So there's definitely some sticky energy. So I wouldn't look for this to be something that you're gonna see huge physical, real world, you know, transformation with just yet, because this person is dealing with these energies. But it is important just to know that you have been a light for this person. You have been inspirational for this person and many and possibly many people, because you have been following your path, because you have been listening to your guidance. Okay. 2 more cards for you. I'm just pulling kind of a lot for you, Gemini, because there's a lot going on. Justice is coming, justice is happening, and the Tower is happening. Okay, so sweeping changes, this could be for you or for that other person, sweeping changes that are bringing things into balance. Okay, sweeping changes in their life or your life that are bringing things into balance, and this is in the physical. Okay, and this is kind of getting it for them, because if they're in this place of wanting to follow their soul, but they're struggling with something, it could be that the divine is bringing in some factors to help that person come more into balance, more into alignment with their truth. Okay, and this may not even affect you in your life, but it helps to have an awareness of what's going on there energetically, Gemini. Okay, so let's see. All right, this is a card all about staying in alignment. See, staying in line with what is right for you, with what it is that you want for you, and staying in alignment in your focus on where you're going. And that's especially important with all of these complicated dynamics you have going on, Gemini, because you do have a lot of stuff happening energetically and in that connection, where it's important to remember what you want for you. It's important to remember what you've been shown is right for you, what you've discovered is what you want, and just take each step in alignment with that. You know, don't allow, no matter how much this energy, you may experience it in different ways, or you may even experience it in the form of communication or something, you know, kind of rocking your world with that Tower. If it does, just remain focused. It's important to remain focused and in alignment with what you do want for you, and in vibration with what you want to feel, experience in your life. Archangel Michael's message for Gemini: you are guarded and protected. Okay? So this is important, Gemini, in December to remember. Even though this kind of energy is going on, it's bringing justice, it's bringing balance. Your ships are coming in. You are guarded and protected. Stay in alignment, okay? So Gemini, your oracle message: embrace enlightenment. Yeah, so there definitely are going to be some big shifts for you in December. And it is shifting you into more expansion, more awareness, more connection. So it's important to embrace that, because it may feel jarring at times. But just remember, you know, stay in alignment, embrace that you're moving into more alignment with your higher self, more alignment with what's right for you, and that everything that's happening is for your greatest good and highest purpose, that every single thing that's happening is for your good, and that you are being supported in that. Okay? Beautiful. Thank you, Gemini. Okay, now it's time for Cancer for December. Let's see what's happening with Cancer. Okay. It's King of Wands. Powerful, this Lion, very powerful and very courageous this month. I'm going to be doing some very courageous, bold, powerful things this month, Cancer. Okay. Yeah, wow, what a big month. Okay, so you have King of Wands, being courageous, being soul connected, being sure sure of your path, feeling in command. And then the Justice card is about God bringing in all the factors, all the things to weigh out how they need to weigh out for you. Things being made to come together just as they should, in alignment with the truth. And it could be, I'm feeling, Cancer, that the truth is finally coming out in a lot of ways. For you, I'm getting that I'm getting a lot of injustice, a lot of unfairness, a lot of feeling. I mean, honestly, I'm getting for you that you've been lied to a lot. Yeah, and that those lies, those things, that deception, all of that is coming into the light and in your favor. Okay, yeah, check that out. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. That's the truth shall set you free. So you can be courageous and confident in December, knowing that things are coming into balance. Everyone is being brought to justice. Every untruth is being made to come into the light. And that truth is going to transform things for you this month, Cancer. That truth is really going to bring things to the place that you've been wanting, hoping, wishing they could be for a long time. I'm getting for you, okay? Cancer, so yeah, just know that you can remain confident as that King of Wands. You can stay courageous, stay brave, stay bold, stay strong, because you're not gonna experience being lied to again. You're not gonna experience being mistreated or deceived or whatever was off balance. That is coming into balance, and that truth, that sort of truth, is coming in December, and it's putting an end to everything that those lies were built on, is what I'm getting for you. Everything that those lies were built on is going away. So they're showing me sort of like a house of cards. So it's like the lies, the deception, and this can be different, you know, this is going to mean different things for different people, take different forms for different people. For some people it will be very subtle, and for some it's going to be like, you know, big deal, untruths. But what I'm getting is they're showing me like a house of cards. Okay, so those lies were built on a foundation, you know, and that foundation is what's being taken away. So the house of cards of lies is coming down, and the truth is coming out. Okay, this is a really strong message and a different one than I usually get. So something going on for you, Cancer, or the ones drawn to this reading, that is it's a big deal, but it's very freeing. Look at that beautiful light coming in, and the transformation, again, like that Ace of Swords, the transformation that's coming in as a result of that foundation that the lies were built on being taken away. Now, the Four of Pentacles is saying that there could be an energy of clinging on, you know. So it could be that in the midst of this, you know, that old being taken away, so that the truth, so that the light, so that the new foundation can be brought in. There could be some clinging on your part or someone else's part to the old, because it felt safe, and that is an illusion, of course, because it was a house of cards. So it felt safe, though, because it was what was known, right? The devil you know is what I'm getting. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, Cancer. I'm sorry. It's a painful time, but it's important to remember that the Ace of Swords, the truth shall set you free. Okay, so the pain of these swords, of this, you know, this betrayal, these lies, this deception, this illusion, in whatever form it takes, is going to be ended, and that truth, that Ace of Swords, is going to transform things for you. What? Wow, I love it. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, there it is again. Okay, so this is beautiful. The truth shall transform and set you free, okay? So it's going to bring you that whole new life. Just remember that light shining in with that Death card, that light shining in, and that you are this King of Wands. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's, wow. I love that. Okay, Cancer. Wow, yeah, it's a new beginning. And look, it's an explosive new beginning, okay? It is like the Big Bang. And like they were showing before, it's like that old foundation's being completely stripped away to make way for this. Because you can't really have anything hanging around if you want this creative explosion to happen. You know, that yang energy, that powerful divine energy to come in and just bring in a whole new beginning. Whole new creation for you, okay? Beautiful. It may be explosive, but it's going to be beautiful. Archangel Michael, wow. Oh my gosh, Cancer. So it is time to leave this unhealthy situation. So sometimes I'm just blown away by the continuity of the message, and this is one, Cancer, where it's like, no joke. No joke. It's been a tough time, but it is time to leave that unhealthy situation. And look, this angel's holding that sort of truth. You know the truth, just follow the truth and allow God to take away all the things that were built on the foundation that was unstable before, right? So that you can be brought into this new divine beginning, okay? Beautiful, Cancer. Thank you. Also for you, seek the wisdom of your shamanic guides. So this is talking about healing, grounding, and being supported also. See the support of these wolves. So definitely connect with, tap into your guides, your team, your divine wisdom that's there for you. If you do need shamanic guidance, if you're feeling called to receive shamanic guidance, I definitely can recommend a shaman for you, Jen Huber, and I will put her link in the description box below. Okay. So there is that. It's a very healing energy. And there will be a lot of healing for you in December as this new beginning happens. So thank you, Cancer. That's beautiful. And next is Leo. Okay. Let's see what's happening with Leo in December. For Leo in December, thank you. Queen of Wands. Magnetic, fiery, passionate, strong. See what comes out with this for you, Leo. And a very Leo card with this lion. The Wheel of Fortune. Something divinely timed happening for you in this Queen of Wands energy. Okay, I'm going to just get a more complete message here. Okay. So, Leo, what I'm getting for you is that in December, it's important for you to stand in your power. It's important for you to focus on you, what makes you powerful and strong, and drawing in like that magnet what you want to attract in for you, okay? It's also important for you to stay strong with these lions. In December, remembering that things are being divinely timed, that things are being divinely arranged and orchestrated and coming around. There's a lot happening with the timing of your birth chart, your cycle, the planetary cycles, you know, and just things coming into play. A lot of factors beyond what you could even fathom, and you know, you could try to delve into and understand all these factors, or you could even just, you know, release them and say, I don't need to understand. I'm just going to focus on my Queen of Wands power, you know, and you could just release it all. The reason I'm saying that is because you have the Devil, the King of Cups, and the Four of Swords. So what this is saying to me is that you're coming into, this could have to do with a connection, with the soul connection. This could have to do with you coming into, you know, love, into a loving relationship, a reflection of this, you know, beautiful self-love that you're coming into yourself. And it's coming in. However, with this Devil energy here and this Four of Swords, I'm feeling a lot of old patterns ending. I'm feeling old yeah, it's having to do with karma playing out, because this is saying, like, the thing about the cycles, it's like all the things that you could either try to understand or let go. That's talking about, you know, past lives. It's talking about karma you came into this life with, and it's talking about allowing those things to play out, those old patterns that do need to play out, to do that. And I'm really getting, it's like, step back, allow all this to happen, be in that Queen of Wands power while that happens, because it's moving you into this deep love, this connection, you know, this love within yourself that will be reflected in a partner. However, there is deep healing that needs to happen first. There is a time of rest and healing in December for you. And Leo, it just may help to focus on the fact, or the guidance that that these cycles are just, they're necessarily playing out. I'm getting a lot of heart chakra sensation right now. It's like squeezing pain, and I'm feeling like it's that heart healing, and it's just stuff that just has to play out and end. And this isn't even necessarily going to be, you know, things that are happening in your physical life. It's things on a soul level that need to complete, that and in your heart that need to be healed, that need to happen. And it's just important with this Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Swords to allow the time for it to happen, and just to be in that Queen of Swords, like enjoying life, you know, in your power, attracting in what you want, and releasing, and knowing that you are coming into this King of Cups. You are coming into this depth of love. It just requires a lot of healing and a lot of time and things to come into place, you know, in the cycles. All right? Okay. So as this happens, wow. As this happens, you have a decision to make in this Queen of Wands energy you have. You have a decision to make to move forward into complete faith. And that's why earlier in your reading, Leo, we were talking about, you know, yes, you could sit there and try to kind of dissect and understand and control all the factors at play, or you could just release it. Or you could just release it. And when you do that, it's going to help you shift out of this juggling energy. This Two of Pentacles is a very like, oh, you know, I'm trying to do things, but I just always feel like my hands are full and I can't quite move forward because I'm trying to keep my balance and juggle. Okay. And it's also the energy of being between worlds. So with all this karma completing, you may feel like you're between worlds because you have been kind of in the past, all that karma being healed, and wanting to move into your present, your future also. So in order to make this shift, it's actually not going to be something that you can control. It's going to be something about you releasing control in December. Releasing control to the divine, moving into that faith and stepping off. See here in this Two of Pentacles, it's like trying to keep her footing, trying to stay stable, trying to stay balanced. And look here though, taking the step off the ground, taking the step off the cliff and trusting that the divine is there to support you, that the divine is carrying you throughout the completion of all these cycles that have to happen. Okay, Leo? Thank you. And moving you into this King of Cups, this depth of love, this command of your heart that has healed once that happens, right? So, Leo, for you, it's definitely about going with the flow in December. It's definitely about moving forward in faith, in trust, in flow, letting go of control, letting go of the need to control, you know, the ego, the mind's need to control, and moving into the flow, into the trust, into the divine, where the divine is leading you with the 7. Allowing yourself to be carried, allowing yourself to flow. Allowing that divine timing to happen in December. Okay? And with that 4 of Swords, really releasing and allowing. And leaning on God and your angels for support. Leaning on the divine. Asking for help. Saying, I surrender all attempts to control. And please show me. Please show me. Okay? I don't know is the best thing you can say to the divine to shift into that energy. I don't know. Please show me. Become your own sovereign. Beautiful. Beautiful. Become your own sovereign. Moving into, and this is very much like that Queen of Wands, moving into the power that you find here. Moving into the power. You know, because for you it's about shifting out of control, and it's about allowing all those things to happen, not trying to control them, not trying to even maybe understand them. And then the beautiful divine thing that's so not counterintuitive, but seemingly paradoxical, is that in releasing all that control, Leo, you come into your own sovereignty. You come into your own power. Because it's the divine flowing through you, bringing you that power. And you also are going to come into that love. You see the rings here? And the cup. So it's through that release, through that trust, through that letting go of the control, that you're going to move into that power. Beautiful. Such a deeper power than anything else. Gorgeous. Thank you. And now Virgo. Let's see what's happening for Virgo in December. Virgo. Well, it's going to be a time, or it's currently a time, and this may shift, we'll see what comes out, of feeling held in place. You are being held in place by the divine. Feeling like you can't quite get traction or move. And the great thing is that it's a time where you are being made to see things in a totally different way. So because you feel a bit turned upside down, a bit held in place, you are able to see things differently. It's like before you would not, Virgo, see what you're being shown now, because you would have been moving so fast, because you would have been making so much happen, because you would have been focusing on what's going on with everybody else, and now you're being forced, not forced, forced is not a divine concept, you're being guided, supported, helped to stay in place. May feel like you're being forced. That's what it might feel like, right? Okay, so you have the Hanged Man and the High Priestess. That's interesting. So the High Priestess is about keeping secrets, not saying a word, having a poker face, not speaking the truth. Okay? Now, you know the truth with this King of Swords, but it's not being spoken. Isn't that interesting? And the Hanged Man. Wow. Okay. So, Virgo, there's a lot going on in your mind, a lot going on in your mind. Okay. So, Virgo, I have to take a moment with you, Virgo. Hanged Man. You're really, really being made to see things differently in December, okay? And this may feel like a solitary journey for you. You may feel that you have no one you can really talk to, because there's so much that's happening profoundly within you in December that it just may feel like that you don't even know where you'd begin to talk about it. So it's something that only you can understand. But here's the thing, you know, the divine understands, your guides understand, and you know, it also could be that I'm sorry, Virgo. You. Oh wow, it's because of this. I'm getting stumped on words with you, Virgo, for December, and it's because of this. So I'm energetically getting that block. You know, that I can't talk. Okay, and that's how you feel. It's like I can't talk. Okay, I can't talk about what's happening. So let's delve into this. I do want you to remember you're not alone. You are divinely supported. What I was going to say before was that you may be able to open up to someone, you know, that you've been resisting opening up to, and you might be surprised by the support you receive when you do. But I was stopped from saying it, and it's just like that energy. So anyway, King of Swords, you have come into so much truth and clarity within yourself about what's right for you, and it is kind of merciless. Like, it is like, yeah, you know, no effing around. It's like, this is what is going to happen moving forward. For me, is what you're saying, Virgo. And you're putting it into past betrayal. You're putting it into, this could be you feeling betrayed by other people, or this could be an energy of you feeling like you've betrayed other people, or yourself. But this is an energy of betrayal and thievery and deception. And I am really getting with this and with your energy, Virgo, and it's a very forceful energy that's coming through this. It's like none of that anymore. You're done with that. And you're really done with that, because you got the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. The Six of Swords is you walking away, moving away from those things that are no longer right for you. And the Eight of Cups is you ending, being done with those unfulfilling cups, those unfulfilling relationships, those unfulfilling connections. You're just done, Virgo. You are so done on so many levels with the things that are not right for you, with the things that are not in alignment with your truth anymore, which you are clear about with this King of Swords, okay? And it may be okay that, it may be okay that you don't talk about it right now. That may be okay, because you're as the King of Swords, you're strong. you know the truth. So it's as a Libra, I may be imposing this, you need to talk kind of thing on there, but maybe you don't, because you're very clear about what's right for you, and you're making all these changes in December. You are walking away from relationships that are not right for you. You are not engaging in relationships that are of that old energy, and you're definitely moving away with the Six of Swords from those old mental patterns that would have been destructive. And you're moving away from any old self-deception or deception from others. All of that. You're done. You're done with it. Thank God, because it sounds awful, and it sounds like you have been through a lot of pain as a result. So that part of that High Priestess, that silence is probably, and that Hangman, are because you have to be focused and quiet, and in that energy of, it's like I'm getting like a warrior quiet, like a warrior, because you're like, I've got to cut all this out, and it's got to be merciless, because you're moving into the Ace of Cups. Yes, that like one of the happiest cards. So you're moving into all of this love. Your cup runneth over. Because of this clarity, because of this action you're taking in December, making these changes, this is your reward. This is what's coming. This is the gift. The Ace of Cups. It's everything. You're going to receive all this joy, this love, okay, in December. So just know that everything you had to do, what you've been doing, it's right on. It's right for you. It's moving you into that, okay? Beautiful, Virgo. So just know this and focus on what you have to do, one step at a time, because yes, you're having to make a lot of changes and do a lot of work in December to get to this Ace of Cups. But, chop wood is about focus on what you have to do each moment, each day. Just focus, knowing that this is coming, trusting that this is coming, okay? The more you just take this action steadily, methodically, of doing what needs to be done for you, and I get that you're real clear about what that is. You're real clear, Virgo. The more things will fall into place, and the more this Ace of Cups will come into your view, okay? All right, so Virgo, Archangel Michael's message for you is you created this situation and you have the power to change it. And you certainly are coming into that power. I mean, yeah, with that Hangman, you may have felt powerless in a sense, but I'm just really seeing you shifting with that King of Swords into knowing you have the power through the truth to change all those destructive things from before, all of those unfulfilling and painful things from before. You have the power to change them by aligning with the divine, with what you want, with your own co-creative power with God. And Virgo, let peace prevail. You've been through a lot. Let peace prevail. That's probably part of the importance of that High Priestess, that Hanged Man, to bring you peace, to bring you quiet. Like I said, there was so much going on and so much buzz for so long, and so much movement. You needed that peace. You needed that quiet. So that peace could prevail, so that you could have that clarity, so that you could come into this, which you are in December. Just focus one step at a time, and remember you have the power to change it. Okay? Beautiful, Virgo. Thank you. Okay, Libra for December. See what's happening for Libra for December. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles. Physical abundance and power. With this card, it's got like a masculine energy. We talked about that at the beginning of the reading. With the wolf and the stag, it's a very masculine, but it's also this woman here. So it's a balance, but it's feeling protected and feeling ensconced is the word I'm getting. Ensconced in abundance, even luxury. This is feeling luxurious, Libra. Luxurious in December, nice, okay. In the physical. Ooh, the sun. The sun, joy, abundance, happiness, love, connection, new life, warmth, everything wonderful. Libra, this is nice. Moving forward, movement forward into this. This is what you've been aligned with. That joy, that sun, the pentacles, the abundance, the support. This is what you've been aligned with, and you've come into balance, so you're moving forward. Things are happening in December to move you into this. Just know that. Okay? Just know that. Now, sometimes in the readings, a really, really beautiful, positive message comes out like that, because then you're being shown some difficulty, some challenges that are coming your way, and you know your guide's spirit is letting you know. It's like showing you the light at the end of that tunnel, right? So that's what that. So remember that sun. Remember that Ten of Pentacles. All that joy, that Chariot. Remember, you're moving forward, and as you move forward, there may be some pain. There may be some feeling of someone may feel like they're being hurt. Someone may have hard feelings. There's definitely a walking away. You know, here it's a stabbing in the back. It's a hard decision, because these two swords are like the Two of Swords, which is a decision, and this is definitely difficult. It's a hard decision in December, okay, that is part of this Tower that's happening in December, as what's no longer right for you is moved out of the way, so that this sun, so that this abundance can come in for you. So what the Spirit is just showing you is the beautiful plans for your new life, for your new home, for your new, you know, the new designs. And now God's showing you, you know, Spirit showing you that this is what has to happen to clear the way for that to come in. Okay? And that as it comes in, it's going to feel very new. You're going to feel very, you are probably in December going to be feeling very young and like a novice in your own life. You're going to be learning to play a new song, like this woman with the flute. You're going to be feeling stripped down. It's back to basics, but it's back to the basics of what you need for your soul, right? But remember that it's moving you into all that joy and abundance. It's just that there is that thing you have to go through as the Chariot moves forward, and as you continue to move forward on your path in the physical, bringing all of those things you've been manifesting with the divine into your physical life, allowing them to come in. You know, one step at a time, and allowing those difficult things that need to happen in order for that to happen, right? Okay. This comes flying out round and round. So this card is always talking about you're going to have the opportunity, Libra, to see things from a higher perspective, but it may feel like you are revisiting something, some cycles. So you may feel like this could be reconnecting, or just revisiting something, but you're revisiting it from a whole different perspective in December. And so you're going to be coming at it completely differently, okay? Just something to remember there. Archangel Michael's message for Libra: be gentle with yourself. Yeah, keep remembering that sun energy and keep being there within yourself. Because December may not be gentle on you, you know, because you're being moved into this newness, and it does require the bumpiness first. So be gentle with yourself, okay? Yeah, okay. So, okay, but like I say, Libra, just go back to the beginning of that reading and watch that first, because that is what's coming. The Sun, Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot. Okay, you're moving into that. It's a clear message. Okay, Libra, have hope for the future. New energies are coming in. Wow. Wow. So hang on, Libra. Hang on, because you're moving into that Sun. Okay? New energies. New life. Hang on and be gentle with yourself. It says starseed children too. Beautiful. Okay? Thank you. And next is Scorpio. Let's see what's happening for Scorpio in December. Okay. The Fool. Excellent, Scorpio. Nice. So you're moving into complete trust in the divine. Complete openness. You're with the flow. Okay. And so, of course, as long as we're living in the world, you know, that is going to be met with some physical world challenges. But this is the important thing to remember, that you're shifting in December into this beautiful new open place of trust. And it is going to lead you as you make this decision in December. So Scorpio, there's a very important, weighty, I'm getting for you, weighty decision that needs to be made. You're going to be making it from this place. So, see the feather over the eyes? That's indicating that she's making this decision from the guidance. You know, not from what she would see around her or what her mind would tell her, but from the guidance. So, trusting that guidance as you make this weighty decision. Okay, Scorpio, it was just 222 on my little counter when I said that. It's weighty. And because, okay, this is why it's important for you to look within and into your guidance rather than to the external or your mind, because that's this energy. You know, the mind and the external is going to reflect the devil energy, which is just that old song and dance that would pull you back, to where you were before you started this journey into coming into the Fool energy. And it, you know, you remember that before that happened, before your expansion, before you came into this awareness, before you started making changes in alignment with your soul, you were not in a happy place. You know, it was not a place you would want to go back to. So it's important to remember that, Scorpio, as you experience, you know, the difficulty, the weight of this decision, not to go back to where you were before, because you're moving forward into a new potential, a new world. This Two of Wands. It's about looking into the new world. There's a whole world here in the dragon's tail. And it's about moving into a whole new way of being, because you now are this King of Wands. With all of the strength, of the divine. Okay, Scorpio. So there's some big decision happening for you in December that's really shifting. I just got all the possibilities. Okay, so once you make this decision, all the possibilities are going to open for you. There are doors that are going to open that right now you can't even see. And these doors are going to be leading to abundance in December. Again, okay. They're going to be leading to abundance in December. Power, strength, feeling supported. Feeling supported. This Two of Wands came out again, and because it did, and because the Two of Wands can be about connection, and feeling connected in the soul, I'm getting for you, Scorpio, that there may be a soul connection that's helping you to feel supported, that's moving you more into this power, that's helping you with this weighty decision. That's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing to open to. Because you have that Nine of Pentacles with feeling supported, and you also have the Nine of Cups, which is experiencing that abundance of love. This is like just really, I mean, those two nines, the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, is like really feeling this wealth of support and resources, like having what you need, okay, which is going to give you the strength you need to make this weighty, difficult decision in December and this shift. The shift into this, yeah, into your dreams coming true, into what you, into living your dreams, your wishes. Yeah. But there is going to be a letting go of and a leaving behind of in order to do this. Okay. All right. And you're receiving a lot of strength, a lot of support to be able to do that. Okay, because there's definitely this. Somebody feeling left behind or out in the cold or abandoned. This could be you. These changes going on in December, Scorpio, could be challenging you in this energy of feeling unsupported, you know, but again, you are receiving so much support. It also could be that you're leaving, you know, the weighty decision may bring someone to this in their journey. Okay, I'm just going to pull another one of these for you, Scorpio, because there's so much going on with you. So it's going to be about going with the flow. Again, this is like that Fool energy. So it's really, I'm getting for you, Scorpio, it's about surrendering this weighty thing over to God. Saying, you know, I know this is bigger than me. Please take this from me. Please guide me in this. And also surrendering the releasing the other person or people to their journey, not taking on responsibility for what's not yours to take on responsibility for, because you know you're responsible for you, your own soul growth, your own soul path, and being true to yourself and following your guidance and allowing other people to be on their journey, even if it's painful and even if they have to go through difficulty. Yeah, for you, Scorpio, definitely new beginning and a fresh start in December. This big decision is leading to a new beginning. And you are receiving support and guidance in that. You are receiving everything you need in that, okay? Just pull back to this deck for you, Scorpio. I'm just going to pull one more from this deck for you. Wow, yeah, it's difficult with the Wounded Warrior, the Knight of Wands. This is like I've been through a lot and I have to keep pushing forward. But do remember those other nines you have, the Pentacles, the Cups, you have the support in whatever form it is. I'm getting a soul connection. However it's coming in, you're receiving the support you need to do what you need to do to come into this new beginning and fresh start, okay, in December. Very beautiful. And I'm getting for you, Scorpio, you know, you probably resonate with that group message at the very beginning, because in the new year, you're definitely coming into that whole new. Yes. Keep the vigil. Justice will triumph. Justice will triumph. Remember that. Because, you know, in this process where you're having to release a lot, go with the flow and trust. It's trusting that justice will happen for everyone involved. Okay? Justice. What's right for everyone involved will happen divinely. Okay? It's trusting that. It's focusing on that. Keeping the vigil is focusing on your faith. Okay? Focusing on being in that full energy, in that flow energy. Trusting, Scorpio, okay? That's beautiful. Thank you. All right, Sagittarius. What's happening with Sagittarius in December? Let's see. Okay. Well, Six of Swords. You're moving away from the painful past. You're moving away from the painful patterns of the past, the painful mental patterns, the negative thinking. Moving away from that. Being very stoic. I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, you're really showing a brave face. You're really not showing anyone the difficulty that you may have been feeling or are feeling. But in December, you are, you know, you're moving away from a lot that was not right for you. And you're, okay, so Sagittarius, you're being challenged in December to let go of the things that before made you feel stable and safe. Yeah. So there are things, Sagittarius, that before, and this could be just ways of being, these could be sort of ego, you know, mechanisms that we use to feel in control, strong, stable, all those things. And it's a protection, of course, because we don't want others to see that vulnerability, to see our weak points or what we perceive as our weak points, right? So what I feel happening for you, Sagittarius, is that you are shifting with the Six of Swords away from those old ego limitations, those old perceptions, those old things that would define you and keep you in a box that you're now ready to move out of. But it can be tempting to hold on to those old protections, you know, because now you're going to be moving into a new energy and being a new person in all this vulnerability and living from your heart and coming into a new kind of strength that's not mental, but it's heart-based. And that's what this Page of Cups is. And it's you feeling new in that. You know, you are new in that. And it's you learning to be in that energy, learning to follow your heart, and learning to give up the safety of the old ways. Learning to live from your heart. Beautiful. You're doing that in December, Sagittarius. You're doing it beautifully. You're moving forward in that. Beautiful. So as you move into your heart, move from your heart, that's leading you into new things, the next things. Let's see. And it's leading you into abundance, strength, security. Real security, not the kind with the Four of Pentacles that you were clinging to that was an illusion, but this is real security because it comes from that soul alignment. It comes from the divine. And it's allowing and trusting the divine to provide for you, you know, and not feeling like you have to control it and make it happen. I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, right? Yeah. You are allowing it to happen. You are cooperating with God and allowing it to happen. Because you're moving into your heart energy, because you're following your heart now. Beautiful Sagittarius, and that is challenging. That's really good, okay? And so in December, okay. You're going to be releasing all of those old energies that are no longer right for you. This is like that Six of Swords. You're really going to be doing a lot of releasing in December of the mental patterns. I'm really getting a lot about the mental patterns that are not right for you, that are not serving you, that are played out, that are old, that are done, that are ego-based, that are fear-based. Ready to let go of all that, okay? So this is you really focusing on clearing all that old energy out, thinking in a new way, hearing yourself speak in a new way. I'm just pulling another card from you for this deck, Sagittarius. Let's see. Being a new way. Yeah. So that's going to move you forward. This is like that Chariot. That's going to move you forward into this new world. Out of the old into the new. Out of that old safety clinging for a Pentacles energy into the vibrant new heart-led energy where things are going to become vibrant and beautiful and exciting. This is happening in December for you, Sagittarius. Beautiful. Archangel Michael's guidance. Ooh. There's a couple. Let's get one. Archangel Michael. I feel like it is going to be a couple. Let's see. Okay. Okay, good. So as we were just saying, you're shifting into the heart, this new energy, this new way of being. And so you're going to just do what makes you happy. You're going to just do what puts you in that vibration of joy in December. So this is just enjoying. You know, it can be really little things. It can even just be like, you know, something really small, like a really good cup of coffee or something. Just really, really enjoying it and allowing it to bring you into vibration with that pure joy and I'm getting like zest. Zest for life because you're moving into that living from the heart. Okay? And it's knowing you're protected in that. It's knowing you're safe in that. Because remember that Four of Pentacles energy wanted to feel safe. And so Archangel Michael is saying you are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. You're protected. And that's important to keep on reminding yourself as you shift into this new way of being, this new heart-led way. Because, you know, the ego does want to step in and say, this is really new and different, and I want to protect us, and I want to, you know, make sure we're safe. Well, you are being, oh, that's important. You are being made to be safe, but it's important for you to be in the vibration of happiness, of joy, of trust, of the heart. Okay, so they're just showing me we can't simultaneously be in both at the same time. We can't simultaneously be in fear and faith at the same time. And for you, Sagittarius, it's really important to remember that you can't have your foot on the gas pedal and the brake at the same time. You know, you have to just go, just be in that vibration of joy for the sake of it. Your mind might pop in and go, but what about, but what about, but what about? But you're going to be in that Page of Cups energy in December of just do it for the sake of it. Just for the sake of following your heart and seeing, you know, where that leads you. It's going to feel so different. It's going to feel so different. And it's going to make you very, very powerful in a new way. That old ego way may have had ways of giving you the illusion of power and control. But moving into the heart, moving into this trust, moving into knowing that you're safe and protected is going to move you into becoming the master that you've been seeking. You're becoming your own master in December, Sagittarius. You're becoming your own master through that following of your heart, through trusting the divine. You're being moved into a power that's far greater than the illusion of power and control that the mind would have given you before and that the mind would want to cling to, right? Okay? But now that you're moving away from those old ways of thinking that don't serve you anymore, you're becoming your own master through God in December. Beautiful. Sagittarius, thank you. Okay, Capricorn for December. Let's see what is happening for Capricorn. Okay. Knight of Wands. Soul-connected movement forward, passionate movement forward. Let's see what comes out with this. Okay, and clarity. Okay. Okay, so Capricorn, for you, December is going to be a month of working with your own power, your own passion, your own clarity. Okay. And moving into balance in December. That is what this is going to be about. These are 4 cards that are about moving into this. This sense of understanding all these parts so that you can move into the whole of you in a new way this month. Yeah. It's like what I'm getting is you have been evaluating and exploring all of these parts for a while now. And December is this amalgamization process. Okay, that's divine because I don't know if that's a word or what it means. I'm not going to say it again. But what they're showing me is the combination, the integration, the full weaving together of all these parts, okay? So, and these parts being that Knight of Wands. Now, Nine of Wands, which came out, is the wounded warrior. So it's you persevering, moving on past the pain that you've been through, pushing forward, having determination in December, having the strength, because you can feel this happening. You can feel this peace coming, this balance coming, because it is, okay? So, the Knight of Wands, yeah, moving forward in that soul-connected passion. The Queen of Swords, clarity. You've already cut away those things that are not working for you, those things that are no longer in alignment for you. And you can see the light coming in because of what you've cut away. It's like they're showing me, like, you know, cutting away bushes, and you can now see the path. So that has given you clarity because you have just hacked away those things that were not right, so that this Knight of Swords can go plowing through on that path, right? And you have come into your power with this Emperor. You have come into your power, not only that, but you have been using this power to set your intentions and to send them out, like this hawk with the crystal ball, to send them out into the physical world so that you can see them in the physical world. In this deck, the Emperor is very much aligned and manifesting and powerful. Okay, so coming into balance of all those parts of you, Capricorn, but what you're also getting with that is the Eight of Swords. So in December, there is going to be, and Aries also got this card for December, where it's going to be about moving past any perceptions of a limitation and allowing those things to just be carried off, like these birds are, you know, going to fly and carry away these ribbons that would seem to be holding her back. It's allowing those things to be lifted, carried away. It's allowing them to be lifted and carried away for you, Capricorn. So for you, what I'm getting at, it's not about a lot of effort. It's not about doing a lot in December. It's about allowing that balance to come in as you integrate and amalgamize all of those parts of you, and allowing the divine to remove any perceived limitations, obstacles out of your way. Okay? Allowing the divine to remove any perceived obstacles out of your way. And allowing this balance to come in, again, with that temperance, that balance. Allowing yourself to receive as well as give. And to enjoy that flow. Because that temperance is also about coming into a level of comfort, Capricorn, with this. With the fact that you're actually receiving now. You're actually, enjoying these things coming into you. And you're also giving. It's about balance, the Six of Pentacles. Balance and flow, giving and receiving, and being comfortable with that new feeling. With all of those parts of yourself that have come in, gelling together. Beautiful in December. Thank you, Capricorn. So also in December, Libra got this as well. There's going to be an opportunity for you to revisit something, reconnect with something, and you're going to be able to do this. You may have a little deja vu feeling because it is going to be another round of something from a higher perspective, from a different vantage point, from everything that you have now with the integration of all these parts of you and all of this balancing and coming in to balance that you've done, Capricorn. Beautiful. Okay, Archangel Michael's guidance for you. Archangel Michael's guidance for Capricorn. Archangel Michael. Okay, it is. Your children are watched over by angels. Okay, so any concerns about children, those children are being guarded, protected, watched over. And this also could be referring to your inner child, knowing that your inner child is protected, is loved, is watched over. Because you have gone through so much change and integration in the month of December, and you are going through so much that, there will be, that's a lot of change for your inner child. And knowing that your inner child is watched over, protected. You also getting, it's allowing yourself to feel like a child too, and being supported by the divine. Feel like the child of God that you are. Yeah, feeling like the child of God that you are. That's bringing tears to my eyes. Oh my goodness. Okay, Capricorn. Feeling protected like the child of God that you are. And keep the vigil. Justice will triumph. Justice, balance, temperance, alchemization. So keep the vigil. Justice will triumph. Keep your focus on your guidance. Knowing that this cup is here for you. It's coming in. Justice will triumph. They had me pick up this card again. So anything that's being revisited, reopened, reconnected, re-experienced. Anything that's coming around again, just know that justice and balance is being brought into that as well. And again, release and trust that that's being handled, okay? Keep the vigil, keep your focus on your guidance and on this cup, what you do want to bring into your reality, what you do want to allow to come into your reality, that abundance, that love, One more of these for you, Capricorn. Whoa, and it is, the Sun. Wow. That card just was like tapping me on the shoulder like, hey, justice will prevail. Justice will triumph. Here comes the Sun for Capricorn. Thank you. That's beautiful. In December. Okay, so Aquarius. December for Aquarius. The Star. Wishes, dreams coming true. Healing. Wishes and dreams coming true. Beautiful. First one to get the star right off. So remember that that star is there, that your dreams, your wishes are coming true. And that may be why you are being held still. That may be why you might feel in December like you are just in a place where you can't really do much about certain things, where you can't take a lot of action. Your perspective is being shifted so that you can allow things to shift around you for these wishes, these dreams to come true, Aquarius. So, you know, any sense of helplessness or not being able to do something about a situation, just remember that is divine and it is for your greatest good to be able to move you into this place where you're seeing your dreams, your wishes coming true, okay? You're overcoming a past betrayal. You're moving out of you're taking your power back, Aquarius. You're taking your power back from the Seven of Swords. Whoever would have tried to steal your power before, whoever would have tried to steal your heart, your love, your joy, you're taking it back in December. You're like, I'll give myself love. I'll give myself joy. And no one can take it from me. And no one's going to take it from me again. And I'm not going to depend on anyone else again to provide it to me. And so because you're in this energy of taking care of you, loving you, the perfect place to be, because you're there, then new love is exactly what's coming into you. New love is coming into you, Aquarius, and it's going to feel new. It's going to feel very different from anything you've experienced before. This is what you've experienced before, which is those old patterns, those old energies that were not self-loving, that were not right for you. Okay? It's going to feel very different. And it may be disorienting. It may be like, what do I do with this? You may even feel like, I'm not even sure I want this because it's so different, right? But just keep following your heart. Keep following that feeling, okay? I'm getting like, Can't Fight This Feeling, that song. Keep following that feeling, okay, that you're having. You may not be talking about that feeling, this High Priestess. You may be like, I am not going to talk about what it is that this is making me feel. And it's out of, you know, probably out of protection because of that past, that painful past, okay? But that party's over. And you're now in this new love. You are, and it's success, it's triumph in this. So this time you will be victorious in love. This time you will be held up. And I'm even getting here, Aquarius, you're being put on a pedestal, okay? You put yourself first on a pedestal as this Queen of Cups. And you're going to be put on a pedestal by this new love. And again, this may feel like, whoa, what is this? Because that certainly was not what was happening in the past. But just feel into it. Just feel into it. How does it feel? And follow that. Trust that, okay? In December. And it's going to be adapting. You're going to be changing. You're going to be bending and growing with this new way of being, with this new life, this whole new way of loving yourself, of being loved, of seeing yourself. Okay, it's all new. Yeah. And it's lifting you up out of the old. It's lifting you up out of that past pain. There's something very synchronistic, very divine, very divinely orchestrated and divinely timed happening this month, having to do with this new love that's lifting you up. It's a lucky... they're just giving me something. It could be... Okay. They're giving me something about... Because they just showed me the 18th on here, and they said your lucky day. It's your lucky day. So pay attention to December 18th. You say it's your lucky day. Something... I don't know. That's atypical that something like that will come through. Aquarius, the situation is already resolved. Archangel Michael. So this is talking about, you know, anything that would be tied to that old pain, that sense of betrayal, that sense of being wronged or something having been wrong. The situation is already resolved. It's already resolved. Okay, so just have peace in that. And they just are showing me for you, Aquarius, just go with what feels good. It feels good, and it's new and different. It may be a little disorienting again because it feels good, but you're returning from the underworld. So engage life. Yeah, you've been through hell. You've been through hell, Aquarius, but you're returning. Engage life. That's why they keep giving me the can't fight this feeling and go with the feeling. Engage life. This is what life feels like. This is what love feels like. This is what joy feels like. Okay? So go with it, even though it may feel new and foreign. It's beautiful, and it's leading you somewhere beautiful. And remember that December 18th and see. And please update me on what happens. And I would love to hear. Thank you, Aquarius. And now for Pisces for December. Pisces. The moon. So could be that the new moon is very powerful for you in December. I think that's on the 7th. So keep that in mind for... Okay. You're going to be shifting away from a lot of things that are... you're going to be shifting out of some fears. It's interesting that 8 of Swords came out, and that card has come out for several signs, about feeling limited, feeling held back. And yeah, okay, so with these 3 cards in December, it might be, let's see, let me just feel into this for a second. Okay, so the first week of December, coming up to that new moon, you're going to have a sharp awareness, and probably have now, of the fears, of the things that your mind would tell you. It's like your mind trying to freak you out, okay, Pisces? So this first couple weeks of December, just a week, your mind might be trying to freak you out. Your mind might be trying to scare you into going back to old ways, okay? Because you've been making so many strides forward. You have been changing so many things, that this is just a time when your mind is like going boo, is what I'm getting, like just boo. Are you scared? You know, just like trying to freak you out. Because as we've talked about before, you know, your mind is not really interested in you expanding and being happy. Your mind, being sort of a survival mechanism, would like for you to stay safe, and your mind would love for you to stay in these mental limitations of the past. But, you know, and your mind would love for you to go back to these old familiar patterns that the devil represents here. But you have already shifted. into this. You've already bitten from the apple of divine wisdom. You already know, what you want to grow into, that you want to follow your soul and that path and keep on expanding. There's no going back from that, nor would you really want to in your soul. Your mind would try to convince you that you want to, with these fears, with these shadow aspects, with these it's like, what I'm getting the word empirical evidence, which is like your mind trying to be very logical and be like, look, here are all the reasons why you should not follow your soul. But that is all very, logic has no place in the soul's journey. And like we just said, the mind is a survival mechanism. And you are now going to be doing more than survival in your life. You're going to be doing so much more than survival. You're going to be moving into complete joy and love and connection and everything you could possibly want. Okay? And what the mind doesn't tell you, because the mind doesn't get it, is that things are being divinely handled. Things are being divinely brought to justice. Things are being taken care of. Okay? So Pisces, whereas your mind would be like, oh, we got to take care of all this stuff and here's all this empirical evidence, the soul says, and is right, it's being divinely taken care of. You, Pisces, are being divinely taken care of. And you're being brought into this divinely in ways your mind could not fathom or predict or control or figure out. Okay? Beautiful. So what's important for you to do right now is just move into this new foundation of this new soul-driven, soul-based life in alignment with your higher self. And in your case, it may very well involve a soul-connected partnership, but this is definitely you building on a cornerstone, a foundation that is very solid because it's based on the divine, on your divine connection. Okay, beautiful. Pisces, one more of these. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. So you're being supported in abundance, in power, in all the ways you could possibly need to receive support. Strength. You're receiving in December everything you need. So just calm the mind by telling the mind that. Okay. Pisces. I'm going to clarifier for this one. Thank you. Okay. So in December, you may have a sense of feeling out in the cold, of feeling not supported, as we've said. And this is, an ego fear. And the reason it's happening is because so much is being shaken up and changing in your physical life to be in alignment with your soul, just like we just went over, and you are went over. I've never said that in a reading. So Pisces, many Pisces being drawn to this reading are up in their heads, okay? Because saying as we just went over is a very mind-based thing that I just never say. So that is reflecting your logical energy and the empirical energy, evidence energy, right? So, as the beginning of the reading showed, your whole world is changing, your whole way of thinking about your life is changed. And it's changed to be in alignment with your soul, just like this zebra losing his giraffe markings, which were never him to begin with, so that his true stripes can show. It feels like chaos and conflict because he's like, what is happening? But it's stripping him down to his true essence, his real self, which is what's happening to you, Pisces, which is why you might be going, what's happening, right? What's happening? Why do I feel like this? Okay, why hast thou forsaken me, right? But God hasn't forsaken you. You are being supported. Why has God forsaken me? But you're not. You're not alone. God is with you. God is supporting you. It just looks different than your mind would choose for it to look, perhaps. It came out 3 times. That might have been 4. It came out at least 3 times, Pisces. So it's very important to shift this, okay? Let's shift this together now. We're just going to take a moment to bring awareness to this feeling of that the mind would make you feel not supported, that the mind would want you to think you're alone, that you've been left alone. You haven't. The divine is with you. God is with you. And let's just breathe and bring awareness to that and see what comes out, okay? Bring in awareness to whatever's under that, whatever fear is under that, whatever feeling, emotion is under that, okay? Because it always goes back to a fear of not being worthy, of not being loved, of not, you know, the mind just sort of wanting to have that protection, you know. There we go. So what comes out now is a knowing that you have everything you need. Yeah, this being a lot like that 9 of Pentacles, and it is a 9. And it is, you have everything you need even if you can't see it right now. And, you know, the turtle's swimming, so this is having to do with your emotional journey, navigating the emotional waters of healing that you've been doing. And while you're doing that, you may not be able to see all of the abundance that is there, all of the support that is there, because you're so in the healing. Okay? But this card is about knowing that it's there. It's about trusting that it's there, trusting that you're supported, you have that abundance. Okay? Let's do one more. Beautiful, Pisces. This is really, really beautiful. Came out again. Okay, so there's your message. You are supported. They're actually wanting me to read from the book. I haven't read from the book for this deck in a long, long time, but we're going to do that quickly for that card, okay? Card number 9. Wow, okay. You've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You've uncovered the map to buried treasure, and you tapped the unlimited potential within you, Pisces. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of those golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase, where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others as treasure multiplies like magic. So beautiful. This is a very abundant time for you, Pisces. That is amazing to see. I love that. And you've worked hard. It's here. It's coming. Okay? It's there already. It's not coming. It's there. So this is, okay. A couple just flew out. Let's get one for Pisces. You and your loved ones are safe. It's very important for you to know, Archangel Michael is telling you, that you are safe. Okay. So again, the mind would want to say, oh, we need to worry. Oh, we need to protect. You know, the mind wants to keep you safe. So it's about shifting into this knowing that you are safe because you are divinely supported. That divine support and protection is there for you all the time. Okay. Beautiful. And then finally, Pisces, for you, it is take action. Wow. I have never seen this card in this deck. Take action. So it's time, Pisces. It's time. That's why it's so important that you know how supported you are, that you know that God's got you. God's got your back. God's got your front. God's got you all over. Take action. Okay? Confidently. Knowing that. In your power. Knowing you're protected. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful. Please let me know how your reading resonates, and I hope we get to talk soon. Have a wonderful December.